Well, hello, I am your lawman. Yes, I'm coming back at you with a video. And I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everything is blessed with you all. And I was thinking the other day, um, I've been in this business for 30 years, and I've been called all kinds of names. I mean, stuff that a lot of you couldn't imagine. Um, and when I was younger, and I started out in my hometown, it used to bother me. I'm like, man, why these people calling me Uncle Tom? I've been called Uncle Tom. I've been called Sambo. Been called Ninja. Well, I can't say the real word, but it rhymes with ninja. Um, I've even been called Big Silverback Gorilla. Yeah. I started out in the deep south. So, and most of the people who've called me these names don't look like me. And of course, the Silverback, those the cousins. Some of them call me Silverback, Gorilla. And I think it's funny, and so 30 years later, when I'm called a name, I'll be like, I kind of shrug it off. I'll be like, really? Is that all you got? Is that all you got? Man, come on, man. I heard that so many times. So there's not a lot of names out there that can really impress me. Um, I kind of get bored with them, and sometimes I'll be hoping, when somebody, and a lot of times people are not happy with you, and and they think you're doing them wrong when you arrest them. But this particular situation, what I'm talking about, and the reason why I'm making a video about it, now, this guy got in a fight with his trying to jump on his mother, and his siblings come to try to stop him. Now, all these are grown people now. All these people are grown. I think the youngest one is probably going to be about 20, and he's older than everybody, and they all living in the house. All these grown folk living in the house with mom, and of course, he's the only one that can get along with people, and he got into it with their mother, and he was all aggressive in the mother face and all of that. So the other siblings, they interfered. They stopped it, and served them right. And so they got into it, and he ended up stabbing one of the brothers. And it was so bad that the brothers needed to go to the hospital and have the tubes put in him so he can breathe. So when I got to the scene, of course, I'm listening to what this guy's saying. And he was saying it was self-defense. And, a lot of people, they're teetering on what self-defense is. A lot of people don't know what self-defense is. They really don't know. And maybe I'll make a video, but I'm going to speak on it briefly. Okay, say for instance, somebody come to your house, because these kids coming to each other's house now. I'm talking about kids, they got a problem with you in school, and they will come to your house. I'm like, man, who do that? And I am so glad that they did not come to my house when I was in school. I had a father, and he was strong. Yeah, he was strong. And besides that, my mother didn't play, and kept plenty of pew, crowbars, all kind of stuff. But we just didn't do that. If we had a problem with somebody, we would just have to, wait to school. And we didn't just break out fighting in the middle of a classroom. Hey, meet me in the bathroom or meet me on the football field. But no, these modern people, but they don't care where you at. They don't care where you at. And they will come to your house. So, okay, say if they come to your house and they come on your property in your yard telling you to come out and fight. Okay? So you're saying, well, they own my property. They came to my house. You come out and fight. And you end up unaliving one of them. That is not self-defense. And you going to jail. That's not self-defense. You willingly came out and entertained them. I understand they're on your property and all of that. But now, self-defense is they come to your property, you go in the house and you shut your door. And they decide that they still going to get you and they kick in your door and you pew, self-defense all day long. All day long. So, you have to really be able to determine it. And a lot of people, they won't let their pride, they let their pride get them in a lot of mess. So this is self-defense. So go back to the story of the guy with the name. He thought I was doing him wrong for arresting him because he felt like, hey, look, two of my brothers and my mother and my sister tried to jump on me, and it was self-defense. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. I mean, and it's sort of like, I'm not going to reveal too much because it's an ongoing case, but what he did was not self-defense because he willingly engaged in it. He didn't back down from it. He encouraged it. And so, but anyway, while I was transporting him, he had to get medical treatment also, and when I was transporting him to the hospital, he was like, hey, man, you supposed to be a brother. You're a brother. First of all, they always want to bring up a brother when there's hey, look, listen. I don't care what you look like. I've locked up just as many cousins, these white people, as I have brothers. So, or they might say, man, you trying to make your quota locking up. No, I make just as much money when I have one arrest for that month or whether I have 10. So, and I am a supervisor, so I'm trying to keep myself clear and not arrest as many people as I used to, but working where I'm working, you don't have a choice. These people make you arrest them. And if you need to go to jail, and if I'm there, I'm going to take you to jail. But getting back to him, so he's talking all this brother. And then he all of a sudden said, man, you just like Samuel L. Jackson on Django. And he said, who that ninja on that nag? And he was in the back of my car. I was like, huh? Really? And guess what? I started laughing, man. I busted out laughing, and he started laughing. And because it was unique, and I mean, even at the hospital, I'm messing with him. He's sitting there. I said, look, man. I said, who that ninja on that nag? Who that ninja on that nag? And he just couldn't help but laugh. And so I just wanted to share that with you, a short video. And I'm going to come back with some good stuff in a few days. But yeah, all I can say is if you decide to, and hopefully you don't get arrested, but if you do, if you're mad at the officer, just try to be creative. Okay, bald head motherfuckers. Okay, I got hair. Been hearing that for at least 10 years now. Okay, coon. I can't say it. Well, y'all know Possum. Okay. Uncle Tom. Okay. Sambo. Gorilla. Even had one woman I was talking to her, and she got so upset with me. She was like, "Get out my property. Get out my property." And Lawman was working nights at the time and had gained weight. And she was like, "Get out my property, fat ass, fat ass, fat ass." And so I'm getting off the woman's property, but I'm letting her know, look, ma'am, you've heard what I said. If we had them on property, get out my property. This woman continued to follow me to the patrol car. And I'm just looking back at her like, what? This woman is crazy. And had all the neighbors around and stuff. They was tripping out. And I said, man, if she can dish this out. And I got on the intercom as I was driving away, I said, ma'am, I might be fat, but I can lose weight, but you ugly. And everybody around, they bust out laughing. She's like, well, call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. I said, oh, so you can give it out, but you can't take it, huh? Yeah, I don't get mad. But I don't talk as much shit as I used to, but hey, I'm gonna get shit talker. Hey, crack. But okay, little story time with the lawman. If you have any questions, I got some questions that I need to address also. But if you have any questions, you can email me at axthelawman@gmail.com. Comment and like this video, please, and subscribe to my video. All right? Remember, I'm your lawman, and I love you. Peace out.